Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the style Pretty in Pink, available on my website, and this is the set we're going to be making today. So go ahead and give this a like and subscribe if you think the set is as beautiful as I do. After you get your base colors down for the one accent behind the 3D flower, I gave it a marble design. Normally I'd use my ombre brush to apply it, but today I'm applying it with this brush on top of some blooming gel. And to be honest, I'm gonna stick with my method, but you know, you can't learn new things or try new things if you never do it. So I learned that I don't like this. I actually ended up going in with my ombre brush right here because I just like how it does on top of the blooming gel better. That's me personally. Just for the type of marbled effect that I was going for, I can see how that would work for something else, but it wasn't my cup of tea, you know? And so, like any other marble, play with it till you like it, and you always want to wipe that excess polish off. That way you don't have to deal with any wrinkling while you cure. And so for the middle finger, it has some bling on it, so I'm going in with my rhinestone glue, and I'm playing with it because it just did not look centered to me. And so I put the other one on before I played with it too much. And usually when I do rhinestone work, it's just from the top of my head. It never works out if I try to copy something. So what you're seeing now was just something that came from this big old brain of mine. After I'm satisfied with the bigger stones, I go ahead and cure that before I add my caviar beads, because I like to seal that in with multiple layers of top coat. I'll go in and apply the top coat after I cure this, and then I'll put the caviar beads on that, and then I'll go in and seal it in with some more. You have to use like a really strong top coat, not a non-wipe top coat, nothing that you would really, it's like really flexible. Sometimes I even use my builder gel depending on how big the beads are, but for these tiny ones, top coat's enough. And for this 3D flower, you want to do the same thing, and you want to cure your rhinestones first, because if you do in my experience anyways, if you do your flower first, the rhinestones just don't flush with the nail good enough, or at all sometimes. And I hate fighting with rhinestones, and I hate wasting product. So you want to be mindful about the steps you apply things. And I made this set because I want to start working on 3D flowers more and getting used to it. So I think this is only the second set I've made. Yeah, it's only the second set I have on my site with 3D flowers, because I'm not trying to sell anything that I'm not confident in, you know. Tip for when you're doing 3D flowers is I always alternate the sides. Like I never do one side and then do the other. I'm gonna always mirror my work. So like how I did one side and then I did the opposite side. So now I'm going to do the top and then I'm going to do the bottom, and so on and so forth. And since this is just a model set, I did not go in and etch the top coat. Before you do any 3D work, wherever you're going to have acrylic at, you want to scratch the surface up some so your acrylic doesn't come off. So you might see these beads slipping around a little bit when I apply them, and that's just because they're straight on top coat with no etching, nothing for them to grip on. But you don't want to do this for a client's nails or any nails that you're going to sell. And before you work on the bead, you're going to apply the bead and wipe it off if you don't like it. Like you'll know if you're not going to like it then. I decided that wasn't the amount of product that I wanted to use, so I think I actually ended up taking this bead off. Yeah, I took it off. Okay, so after you've applied it, you want to wait until some of the gloss, the shininess from that bead is off, and once you've seen that it's set a little bit, then you want to go in and start patting that petal shape out, because if you do it when it's wet, it's just it's gonna be like you're laying acrylic, you know, it's gonna like fall too soon. So you want it to have some shape to it. And you may not have to do this if you're using with a fast set monomer. I'm just using your average monomer here. It cures, it sets. You have some time to play with it, but not like forever, you know? It's just, I don't even know what brand it is. It's from the nail shop. I think it's their brand. And I felt like that flower petal was too sheer, so I went in and added a small bead just to take that effect away. When I first started working with acrylic to use for 3D nail art, I used to never wait for my bead to set. And then one day I just realized, I was like, how am I going to play with something that's not even like malleable? Well, it's too malleable, I should say. I need some more structure to it. And you can't add a lot of product when you're doing these 3D flowers. Sometimes I feel like I still add too much. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like I said, I'm learning, and you can't learn if you don't try, you know? Doesn't matter how much I think about it or how much I say I want to do it. You gotta actually do it. And to be honest, when I was making this set, I wasn't, because this was my first time doing a flower on a full nail. I'm pretty confident in like the little ones that you do like in a pattern across the nail or on the side of the nail, but I've never done a flower on a full nail, and I was like, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. Like, am I doing this right? But by the time I got to these last two beads, I was like in love with it. Like, I was like actually like patting myself on the back. I was like, okay, go off, sis. Upgrade your skills here. I probably haven't even, until I started my press-on nail business, I never did 3D nail art. No one ever wanted it. None of my clients ever wanted it, so I didn't have that much experience with it. So after you're satisfied with your flower, you're going to go in and buff the texture away or anything that might snag and grab on anything. And you are finished. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you loved how these turned out.